Good morning, it's the 26th of July 2023 and my bicycle tour around Iceland continues. I've just finished cycling around the Fellsnes Peninsula and I'm currently here in a place called Stykkisholmur, and today I'm taking a ferry over to the coast on the Westfjords, and this will begin the next section of my journey. I'm going to follow this road around today and end up in a place called Patreksfjordur. I'll give you some clips and commentary from the road as always, and the video picks up from the moment I left the ferry. Cheers! That's the route I'm more or less following. At the bottom you can see something called Laker. So I'm starting there where the little ferry symbol is, and then I'm heading left on that road. I'm heading to Patreksfjordur. So now I'm in the west.
Turn left onto Barastrandarvega, 62.
Thank you, Kimut. So now I'm in the Westfjords of Iceland, and I've just got off the ferry. I've let all the cars go off before me. So theoretically, I have now got a clear road with no traffic. It says it's about 9 degrees. It feels a bit warmer actually.
For 54 kilometers.
And the weather is so different here. On the other side it was overcast, and here it's a bright sunny day. I think I might even have a tailwind. So today was the first day of cycling around the Westfjords of Iceland, and this was an area I'd really been looking forward to going to. And what a day as well. I mean, you can see by the clear blue sky in the video that it was much better than the Fellsnes Peninsula. I don't know if you know much about Iceland, but the Westfjords is probably the premier bike touring destination. If you're kind of 50-50 about whether you wanted to cycle the ring road or the Westfjords, go for the Westfjords every time. I'm recording this at the end of my tour, and there's just really no comparison between the two. The ring road around Iceland is super busy with loads of cars, and actually it's quite dangerous in places and not particularly enjoyable, whereas the Westfjords is really, it's what bike touring is about. It's just like sort of vast wilderness areas. There's not much traffic. You've got some sealed roads, some dirt roads, great campsites, you can wild camp. Yeah, it's probably what you're looking for more than the ring road. As I'm making this commentary, it's about 6 months after the bike tour is completed. I'm looking at these images of the video and I'm kind of wondering why I didn't take the drone out and fly it up in the air. So I did actually take a drone to Iceland, but didn't use it once. Normally there was a combination of reasons. It was too windy or it was rainy. Probably on this day I was just really enjoying the ride and didn't want to stop to keep flapping around with the drone. So I don't know if you're thinking of taking a drone to Iceland, but maybe think, are you actually going to use it? I know tons of people do, and they make some really great drone shots. I think it's the one thing that I wouldn't have taken with me and wouldn't take again to Iceland. On this section of video, I'm cycling past a beautiful beach on the left hand side, and at one point I did get off the bike to go and check it out for a bit. And the beach, like, it was amazing really. If it was just in a warmer country it would have been absolutely perfect. I dare say that some people have been for a swim on this beach, but that definitely wasn't for me on this particular day. Just made it to the top of a 500-metre pass, which was a bit of a sod to be honest, but it could have been worse days to do it. It's still bright clear, and the wind is more in my favour than not in my favour, but it took me a little while to do, so it'll all be downhill soon enough to Patreksfjordur. I mentioned that one of the reasons I never used the drone was the wind, and looking at this clip now, this is one of the places you couldn't have used it. It might not seem windy on using the GoPro camera, but you'll notice that I start cycling in the middle of the road. The reason for this is there's a drop off to the right hand side, and it was actually quite windy as I did this descent. So I don't think I could have used a drone, and I was thankful that I could stay in the middle of the road. But as you can see, glorious views coming down here. It was a really great day's cycle ride. And then it was back onto the flat, well, more or less the flat, and I continued cycling all the way to Patreksfjordur. The day's ride covered about 680 metres of total descent, and that was over 55 kilometres. All my stats are on Komoot's, and it's in a collection there. I'll put a link in the description below, and if you're interested you can go and check it out if you're planning your own route. Maybe that will come in useful. I finished the day at a campsite. It had a decent kitchen, there was no showers there again. This was something you get used to more and more in the Westfjords. Either there was a shower but it didn't have any hot water, or there wasn't any showers but the tap might strangely have hot water in the kitchen. All strange, but there we go, that's part of cycling in the Westfjords. I'll leave you with the clips just playing on now, but if you could like and subscribe to the channel, that would be great. And the remaining clips will just show you what the road's like as you're basically cycling in Iceland. A kind of no frills view. Thanks very much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next video. Cheers for now.